video. Also, again, I'm going to bring this up again. Ross Perot was talking about this shit 30 years ago, man. Okay? Because you already know, if you see my other videos, you know I'm a fan of Trump, okay? And they say it's a cult. It's not a cult, man. The woke liberal left bullshit, that's a fucking cult. But anyway, back on track. You know, I'm talking about the national deficit in my other video. And, you know, Ross Perot was talking about this shit 30 years ago. When you know, I see the similarities a little bit between Ross Perot and Donald Trump, okay? Both were exceedingly very wealthy men who left a life of privilege and exorbitant wealth in order to run for public office, to run for president, because both of these guys, Perot and Trump, were both concerned about the state of our country, and they were both very worried and troubled by the direction that the United States of America is heading in. You know what I mean? So I'm going to say, I read some stuff about the 1992 election, you know, Bush Sr. versus Bill Clinton versus Ross Perot. So Perot ran as a third-party candidate in 1992, but he kind of fucked up because he was in the race and he was doing well, and then he kind of got nervous, and I don't know, he dropped out of the race for like a month, and then he came back in October, and all of his supporters were like, "Oh, you already dropped out, man. What are you doing? Don't jerk us around." But anyway, Ross Perot had a lot of good ideas about the economy. You know, he said this shit 30 years ago. We the national debt, back then the national debt was like, I don't know, $100 billion, and now it's like $50 trillion, okay? So even he was saying this back then, you know? And his one weak area was foreign policy. I don't know, he didn't really know too much about foreign policy, but he was talking about the economy, bringing jobs back in, okay? Ross Perot was against NAFTA. He was against all this free trade bullshit because he knew what was going to happen. He was a smart businessman. He was a businessman like Trump, you know, because Ross Perot had that company in Arkansas or Texas, the computer company that he built, and then he sold it for like $1 billion, and that's how Ross Perot made all of his money. And he was a smart businessman. He knew about the economy and all this stuff, and now all these asshole fucking idiot fucking politicians are fucking up the economy. We need a guy like Ross Perot in there. Of course, he's dead now. He died, I don't know, he was in his 90s, I think. But the point is, I see the similarities between Donald Trump and Ross Perot, okay? And Perot had some right ideas, okay? Even though he was goofy, you know, he was a short little guy with a squeaky voice, and what we gotta do here? We gotta take that national debt, see? And we gotta slap it around a little bit like a redheaded stepchild. And we're gonna take that bitch, we're gonna put that old bitch down in the basement, see? Because the deficit is like a crazy old grandma. Nobody wants to talk about her, but you know she's down there in the basement. You know, he had that little goofy fucking shit going on. You know, but he was a smart guy, you know? He had big ears, he had, you know, big glasses. He was kind of a goofy guy from the South, whatever. But no, he had a lot of good ideas. And then, you know, they tried to shit all over his ideas and stuff, but Ross Perot knew what was going on. And these other guys who you know, Perot was the most successful third-party candidate in American history. It was Theodore Roosevelt and Perot. You know, Perot got like 25 million votes in 1992, which is a lot. Which is a whole lot of votes, you know? Anyway, I'm about to eat this breakfast. Go lay down. I don't know. And that's a whole lot of shit. That's a whole lot of votes for one candidate. Perot did it good.